Subscribe and hit the bell icon and never miss another video.
I'm an actor who's constantly in depression.
I cringe. I can't watch myself much.
It's magical when you don't see yourself, when you see the character. That moment is magical.
Genre always is post facto. I never think of it beforehand.
I think every time is a good time to be an artist.
Hey guys, my name is Shravan Shah, and on today's episode of Take One, I have the very talented cast and maker of Special Ops 1.5. We have Mr. Kay Menon, Neeraj Pandey, and Vinay Pathak. Welcome to Miss Valley, guys. How are you guys?
Thank you.
Wow. Okay, so first of all, I have to say this, and I'm admitting this on camera, that I am a Special Ops fan.
Thank you.
And of course,
Thank
a
you.
Neeraj
Thank
Pandey fan. Neeraj sir, you have this specific liking for this kind of genre, right? This has become a Neeraj Pandey genre now.
Has it? I refuse to believe it.
It is a Neeraj Pandey genre because you excel at it every time.
That will be extremely foolish of me to believe that, yes, it's...
No, but it is.
No. I personally see that this is a great story waiting to be told, and that's how we approach any story that we end up chasing and making. So, people on in the team, the actors, the crew, they are the ones who help us achieve that dream. So, this could be a different genre. It doesn't matter, actually. It doesn't matter. It's great fun.
Yeah.
Because genre always is post facto. They never think of it beforehand. You just need to tell a story, that's it. Then the pundits can come in, cinema pundits, and kind of analyze it and say, oh, this is this genre and that genre. I don't think any of us think in that direction at all.
Do you guys as artists, once the show is released, do you guys ever go back out there and read the kind of feedback that is being given or the kind of reviews that come in? Do you guys ever sit back and even read reviews today, or y'all are like, hey, let's see what the audience has to say. Let's not think about what the reviews are saying. We'll begin from you.
I've always believed, like George Bernard Shaw once said, that a critic is a person who leaves no turn unstoned. So I really don't take it very seriously, both the praises and the brickbats, just to maintain my own sanity. So that's how I look at any review or any critical appreciation of anything, because that's just one person's point of view. So so that's it. So as long as you're balanced in that reception of it, you're okay. Otherwise you'll go mad.
True. Don't look at him.
देखिए भाई, आपने जो सवाल किया है, इतना पेचीदा सवाल किया है। जहाँ तक मीडिया की बात है, मैं मीडिया को बहुत सीरियसली लेता ही नहीं। I think that should answer your question. I don't read reviews. मैं उतना पढ़ा लिखा भी नहीं हूँ मेरी जान। तो मतलब वहाँ से अगर मैं सीख लूँ कि मुझे कैसे काम करना है, तो फिर डायरेक्टर किस लिए है?
So,
you can't look in left and right now.
I believe we make stuff for the audience, and it's they who count. Primarily, the buck stops there. We obviously, with the entire crew and the team, we do get into a huddle or a discussion after the release of anything as to how did it go down with the audiences, what was the feedback and stuff like that. But it's not about reading reviews and gathering an opinion or getting a sense of your mistakes. What happens is, by the time that you're through with the post, you know where you've sort of screwed up, what has gone wrong and all that. You have a very clear sense of it, unless you're in denial. Now, once the product comes out, there's nothing new that can come from that side. But yeah, we are always interested that whether a gag went well with the audience or not, whether the gag landed well or not, the action pieces worked out or not. So we are interested in knowing that from them. The team, let's be aware on that front that this flew, this didn't, and this is where we worked, this is what didn't work. So that's about it.
And that's the exciting part, because if the film comes out, I would rather go and watch it in theatre with regular audience. I love that. When Special Ops came out, I didn't see it for the longest time because I was waiting, for my kids to get free so that I'll watch it with them. Watch it with my mom, watch it with some of my friends. तो वो रिएक्शन हमारे लिए ज़्यादा मूल्यवान है, बशर्ते कि क्या लिखा जा रहा है उसके बारे में, वो मतलब उतना मायने नहीं रखता।
To what he said, that for a filmmaker, of course, when on post where you've screwed up. I want to know with actors, because this happens a lot, that on the script the project might look great, but when it goes to the shooting part, something happens and then things start going wrong. As artists, do you all come to know that, hey, this is not what we set out to make, this is just going somewhere else? Has this ever happened with both of you all? That you all have understood ke yaar ho gaya ye. KK sir is like always.
First 2 days के अंदर मालूम पड़ जाता है.
You get to know it. And how do you react after that? Are you somebody who walks up to the director and tells him?
You're committed to it, so you do your best possible and get out.
And then just leave it right there. What about you?
I'm an actor who's constantly in depression. Because in retrospect, I have screwed up on everything that I've done. Honestly, I'm not just saying it क्योंकि मैं नहीं देख पाता हूँ यार.
Same
तो
मैं zero narcissism.
हाँ, I
can't watch myself much.
हम लोग मॉनिटर भी नहीं देख पाते, मैं नहीं देखता.
हाँ, मैं भी नहीं देखता हूँ.
मैं भाई बॉस वहाँ पे हैं, वही देखेंगे, वही बताएंगे.
But this is with a lot of actors, right? You can't watch yourself on the screen. It just becomes very awkward, right?
Awkward, I don't know if it's the right word or not, but
I'm waiting for this answer.
I cringe. I can't watch myself much. I watch it just to answer questions, for example. I watch myself in case you got a specific question from this work I've done. So I watch it for that academic interest. The rest, I try to distance myself from who that person is on screen.
It's very tricky because it's magical when you don't see yourself. When you see the character. That moment is magical. But that's not a consistent moment. Because you end up seeing yourself somewhere or the other. So those are the cringe-worthy ones.
Neeraj, I want to ask you this, that the world before the pandemic was very different. Things were just, it was like the world was working on autopilot mode, especially the entertainment industry. Okay. After 2019, when the pandemic hit us, the rules have changed of the game. Okay. Content has literally become the hero. Do you think it's a great time to be an artist today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously because the formats have come into play right now, and the length and breadth of the field is sort of multiplied by multiple times. So anyone who has a great story has a better chance of saying it. So of course, these are the best times that we have seen in our lifetime for sure. And it's the proof is out there. I mean, you look at any platform, you look at any of the upcoming films that are coming our way and all that, whether it's India or abroad, the kind of stories that are being told today, documentaries for that matter, the format that's catching up like fire right now. So, I mean, it is definitely the best time.
Yeah. And I like how you pan stories out. I mean, only Neeraj Pandey can do this, and love it. Love it, like I said.
I don't agree, but yeah, for the moment we'll continue this conversation.
He just
We'll take it right now.
He just doesn't want to believe me. But the question that I asked him, the question is the same to both of y'all. That do you think it's a great time to be an artist, because you can literally do everything that's out there, and you are not typecast in a certain role that probably you were back then?
I guess it is. It is. The opportunities are much more in terms of what you want to say as a story.
Yeah.
The receiving of those kind of stories is much more, because the audiences have the button right there in their own hands and not in the hands of the distributor and exhibitor. So it works for actors like us and directors and storytellers who want to tell a different kind of story, and so it's definitely a good time.
Yeah. So,
भाई सवाल के जवाब दोनों ने दे दिया, मैं क्या जोड़ूं? I'll just be little tongue in cheek. I think every time is a good time to be an artist. And if you're an artist, आप खुद पे बोझ ज़्यादा हैं, समाज पे बोझ कम है. And I think it's in a positive stream. So any time is a good time to be an artist. Whatever kind of artist you want to be.
also because it's coming on a platform like Disney Plus Hotstar, where it's not only Indian content that you're competing with, right? It's a global content that you're competing with. So somewhere, is that ever also a pressure that, hey, we have to make a show, because like he said, it's just by the click of a button, I can just exit to watching a special ops and go to watching a Marvel film. Okay. How much of a pressure is there ever that, hey, let's make a content very, something that will grip people?
Asking me?
Yeah.
I told you about pressure, what I think about pressure. So words like pressure, competition, yaar, ye sab betuke words hain. I mean, it doesn't matter actually. You're telling a story, you're trying to tell a universal story. Yeah. So, like 1.5 is Himmat's story, and I won't expect that only people in a certain part of the world will relate to that story. It's a story about tenacity. It's a story about not giving up. So, I mean, that's one emotion that people around the world will relate to. I mean, that's the reason we consume foreign language films, foreign language content for that matter. That doesn't stop us to enjoy, right? Yeah. So we would like to believe that here's a story which is for everyone, whoever is interested in this world that we've created with season 1 and would like to go alongside him, to know him better. There are tons of emotion, tons of layers to it, and people will relate to it. Doesn't matter whether they're sitting in India or abroad.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Has there ever been a part, that you've played in the past where you took your time to get out of the character, or is it very easy to switch on and switch off?
It never happened to me.
Never?
No. I don't think that's the way to go about it, because you're going to carry that home. You'll ultimately, after 5 years, end up in an asylum somewhere. You can't do that. You've got to focus whatever you're doing for that moment, and then get out of it. I don't think that it's never happened to me that I've carried something home. No.
यार दूसरी सुबह लाइनें भूल जाता हूँ मैं.
ये बेसिकली कट का भी वेट नहीं करता. इनका काम जहाँ खत्म होता है, ये कट बोलने से पहले ही निकल जाते हैं. So
उतना मेथड टैलेंट नहीं है हमें. हम मतलब मजदूर एक्टर लोग हैं. ठीक है, हमें बताइए कहाँ ईंट लगानी है, कहाँ.
I mean, I'd like to answer this on their behalf. Yeah, maybe they'll be more modest, but a good actor, and that's what good acting is, that you stay in that moment, be that person, act that person, and then step out of it. I mean, there's no merit in staying in that character after you sort of cut and all of that. So real effort lies in being effortlessness. In being effortless, so that's how, and these two gentlemen are prime examples of that. Completely effortless and very easy.
Totally agree to that. And on that note, I shall take a leave. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
For having a conversation with me, and all the very best for Special Ops 1.5. Looking forward to it.